Hi, this is GIRITHARAN. Welcome to our lucky YouTube channel. Today visit and survey the famous Ooty Elkhill Murugan Temple. Elkhill Sanctuary. View. The majority of the vacationer imagine that Ooty is popular just for greenhouse, boat storage, pikara, and so on. Other than that, Ooty is likewise well known or prestigious for sanctuaries, for example, Ooty Sanctuary, Elkhill Sanctuary, etc. The Elkhill is a Murugan sanctuary and it is in the slopes of the Elk Slope. Tapusam is the well-known strict celebration that is praised in the period of January-February to respect the Master Murugan. There is a major standing sculpture of the Murugan there. The slope is surrounded by the thick backwoods. The grand excellence and quiet environment adds an additional fascination with the enthusiasts incurring that spot. We can see entire Ooty city from this sanctuary. It gives such a wonderful perspective on the Ooty city. A large portion of the vacationer feel that Ooty is popular just for greenhouse, boat storage, pikara, and so on. Other than that, Ooty is likewise well known or eminent for sanctuaries, for example, Ooty Sanctuary, Elkhill Sanctuary, etc. The Elkhill is a Murugan sanctuary and it is in the slopes of the Elk Slope. Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary is one of the renowned sanctuaries in Ooty. It is found 3 kilometers away from Ooty transport stand. Tapusam is a strict celebration that is commended during January-February to respect Master Murugan. Kavadai Adam, a dance performed by the lovers, is the vital fascination of this occasion directed at the Elk Slope Murugan Temple. Recently they have introduced standing sculpture of Murugan like that one you can see in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Don't miss it during your visit to Ooty sometime later. Elkhill Murugan Sanctuary is an eminent sanctuary in Ooty town. As it is situated on the highest point of the slope, the spot is generally cold. From the top, you can see the lovely environmental factors. Murugan sculpture is the feature in this sanctuary. You need to take the transportation to arrive at this spot. Ooty is home to some superb temple. Elkhill Sanctuary is set in the midst of the pleasant settings. The slope is encircled by thick woodland trees. Lord Murugan sculpture, roughly 40 feet, is put in a standing stance outside the sanctuary in open space. Elkhill Sanctuary is set in the midst of a beautiful encompassing, which is the principal vacation destination spot. To arrive at the sanctuary you need to take a short trip, or the jeeps or alternately autos are accessible from Ooty ATC transport stand. The sanctuary offers a picturesque perspective on the valley. It is one among the regarded sanctuaries of Ooty. Elkhill Sanctuary is one of the most prestigious sanctuaries in Ooty and it is situated in the midst of the beautiful surrounding. The excursion to the sanctuary is a lofty drive. There is a 40-feet sculpture of Ruler Murugan Sanctuary which is appealing of this sanctuary. The slope is completely encircled by thick timberland trees. Tapusam is the popular strict celebration that is praised here during the period of January. The picturesque excellence and peacefulness climate of this spot is mesmerizing. It's a should place to visit in Ooty. The vast majority of them don't know about this sanctuary. You will get a wonderful view from this sanctuary as it is situated on the highest point of the slope in Ooty. This spot is generally cold. There is a major Murugan sculpture which is generally like the one which you can see in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Timing, Mon Friday, anytime, Satsun, anytime. Expenses, no charges. Camera expenses, no charges. What should be done? Watching seas puts close by, Ooty Lake, 5.2 kilometers, Thunder World, 3.8 kilometers, Rose Garden, 2.8 kilometers, Greenhouse, 3.9 kilometers, Dod Debetta, 9.8 kilometers. A ways off of 1 kilometer from Rose Nursery and 4 kilometers from Ooty Railroad Station, the Elk Murugan Sanctuary is a Hindu sanctuary arranged on Elk Slope in Ooty. It is one of the worshipped sanctuaries in Ooty and among the most ideal getaway destinations in Ooty. In the midst of beautiful scenery and a radiant setting, the Elk Slope Sanctuary is committed to Ruler Murugan. The feature of the spot is a 40-feet tall sculpture of Master Murugan that stands tall external the nooks of the sanctuary and draws in travelers and enthusiasts from all over. The sculpture is an imitation of the Murugan sculpture in Bata Caves, Malaysia. Likewise, the sanctuary premises additionally have symbols of Master Ganesha, Ruler Shiva, Goddess Shakti, Navakanaka, Navigrahas, and so forth. The slope is encircled by thick woodlands. The beautiful magnificence and quiet environment add an additional fascination with the fans visiting the spot. One can get a few pleasant perspectives on Ooty town and its encompassing regions from the sanctuary. Other than the ravishing scene and shocking all-encompassing vistas, the slope likewise brags of rich and thriving untamed life and generous nature. Taepusam is the renowned strict celebration that is praised in the long stretch of January-February to respect the ruler Murugan. An excellent parade is hung on a specific day from the Sri Mahamariamman sanctuary towards the Elk Slope. The enthusiasts and the travelers follow the parade with huge holders containing milk as a contribution. A few enthusiasts likewise convey a transporter brightened with blossoms and peacock feathers, got back to Kavadai on their which likewise has milk contributions. There is likewise a dance structure called Kavadai Adam performed at the occasion. Ooty Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary is set on Elk Slope, which is viewed as one of the most gorgeous slopes in Ooty. The sanctuary is committed to ruler Murugan, who is notable as the adored hero god. Set in the midst of a beautiful background, Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary is the star fascination of Ooty. The sanctuary offers an all-encompassing perspective on the valley which vows to leave each guest stunned. The sanctuary is known to highlight splendid engineering. Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary is one among the most worshipped sanctuaries of the town. Taepusam is a famous strict celebration which is commended in the sanctuary during the long stretch of January to respect ruler Murugan. Fans perform Kavadai Adam, which is an exceptional type of dance. This dance execution is the fundamental feature of the celebration. Individuals from everywhere the nation visit the sanctuary to go to this celebration. They convey metal vessels loaded up with milk which is proposed to the master. Out of the multitude of heavenly and divine spots in Ooty, Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary is one such strict spot that has had the option to acquire the consideration of sightseers from everywhere the world because of its superb area. Arranged on Elk Slope with a beautiful foundation at the setting, the Elk Slope Murugan Sanctuary welcomes individuals to invest a few energy nearby nature and feel loosened up in a radiant climate. A Hindu sanctuary highlights splendid engineering alongside a 40 feet tall sculpture of Master Murugan standing gladly outside the region of the site. The mysterious setting of this sanctuary permits you to fail to remember everything when you step inside the sanctuary, and the ravishing scenes make the general view look much more stupendous. Here you can likewise partake in the stunning perspectives from the top alongside seeing the thriving untamed life to partake in your visit without